This exhibit has traveled all over the world, all through Europe and through many other countries all around. And this is only the second time that the exhibit has come to the United States, so we're very, very proud. Grand Valley is the host for that. I want to make some other comments. Before I do, I want to introduce Dr. Lee Van Orsdel, who is the Dean of the Libraries, and this is her beautiful building. And I know she's proud of it and wants to welcome on behalf of the library.
Hello, everyone. Those of you who are here at Grand Valley probably know by now that when we built this building, at the very heart of the life that would come to the building was the belief that if we could get students to come in and study and stay for a long period of time, we would have opportunities to engage them in things they didn't come into the building expecting to do. I call them moments of serendipitous learning. So we designed environments like this one in the glass room next door. The reason that room is made of glass is to be totally transparent so that the student who is about their business of studying and learning all of a sudden sees something interesting, like a set of posters, and just wanders in. The doors always stay open. Students are always welcome. So the day that this exhibit went up last week, my assistant, our director of programming, Erin Fisher, who's the genius behind many of our successes in these spaces, went up to her office to get something. She left, came back and found a family of 6 already going through the posters and enjoying the exhibit before it was even opened. But this exhibit is exactly what we designed this space for, a place where students can step out of routine and consider some of the important questions of the world. And at the heart of the most important questions in the world is how do we understand each other's deepest beliefs and deepest practices. And I think this exhibit will lead us all more deeply into an understanding about the country of Oman and its practices and faith and its membership in the world community and how we can learn from the approaches they take to that. So it's an honor to have you here. This is exactly what we hoped would happen in this space. And we're just very appreciative that the exhibit was brought here and that the events surrounding it will lead our students to engage and ourselves to engage more deeply in some really important questions and issues. So welcome, enjoy your stay. It's our honor to have you here as our guests. And now, back to Doug.
Thank you, Lee. I know many of you, but I should have introduced myself. I'm Doug Kindschi, the director of the Kaufman Interfaith Institute. And this exhibit is a joint effort with the University Libraries and the Kaufman Interfaith Institute. And we're happy to be working and collaborating on this. By the way, throughout the entire 3 weeks, there will be special things going on. Faculty are providing programs and other programs are a part of it. They'll be held in this room, and we're encouraging people to look at the exhibit and then come in here for those events. And as you leave, you'll have an opportunity to pick up the schedule of those events on the table over here, as well as today's Lanthorn, the student's paper, has a front page story about an exhibit that teaches coexistence. I think that might be this one. And sure enough it is. And also, a little bit later after our comments, we're going to watch a little bit of a video that comes from the country of Oman about religious tolerance. And there are copies of the DVD of that available for you also at the table. So please pick up one of these. We have plenty. If you know someone else would like one, take 2 or 3. It's not working? Okay, is this working? Yeah. Did you hear what I said back there? Okay, maybe I didn't need it. Anyway, we're very proud. I personally want to add a note because my wife and I had the opportunity in March to go to Oman and to be hosted there by the Al-Amana Center. The Al-Amana Center is a center that was established by the Reformed Church back in the 1800s. They brought the first school and the first hospital to the country of Oman. And they have now, because of the leadership of the Sultan there, who's very progressive, they now have a wonderful educational system and a wonderful health system. So the Al-Amana Center, started by the Reformed Church, is now an interfaith center. And they host students for study there, semester-long program, full course of study there for a semester. And they have made a significant impact in that country and are very well received. I don't know if Dr. Mamari wants to say anything more about that. If not, I'll add to it. But it's a wonderful country. It's an Arab country that is peaceful, progressive, and open to all religions, and it's really an exciting place to visit. So if you get a chance, get there. At this point, I want to introduce President Dr. Thomas Haas to bring a welcome on behalf of the university.
see if do I need this? Can you hear me all right? All right. I'll use my captain's voice from the Coast Guard this way. But I too welcome our special guest and welcome you here to the Mariana Pew Library. As the Dean was saying, this particular space is surpassing all expectations. And when I remember talking to Jim and Donna, recognize them, they're the vice chairs of our foundation, and Donna is the honorary life member of the Board of Trustees as well. And when we were talking about the concept of this particular library, we said that this would bring people together. We would share ideas and perspectives. It would bring students to engage with students, faculty and staff, and members of the rest of the world. And in fact, that's what this exhibit is really teaching us, that this library is quite relevant in that regard. So I really say thank you, and thank you for the many people who had the vision, and really thank the Dean for her persistence, being patiently persistent, I would call it, as we wanted to get it right, and we really did. Here at the university, we have lots of alignment with this exhibit, and that we are really, as one of our values, have the belief that diversity and inclusion is so critically important to create that learning environment that we want. We want the students to be successful while they're here, and in order to do that, we do need to expose our students to a number of different thought places, I would call it. And in this case, there is a sense that there is the religious perspective, but also what I would call the notion of spirituality that comes through with creating the most whole person as we can. So when I saw the initial material on the exhibit and then going through, I think we are hitting our mission in that regard. So I'm really, really pleased with that. Also wanted to note, because we do have alums that were over in Oman, and I'll mention the names, and they would be Michael Boss, who was the previous director of the center, and then Justin Myers, who is the current education director, and Karen's son as well. So it's nice to see that. So wonderful, in fact. So I'm here to welcome our special guests and all of you to the Mariana Pew Library, and hopeful that as we learn how to use this space, you all come back time and again, because the world's opening up, and we're right here at Grand Valley ensuring that our students are going to be best suited to lead in that world. So thank you very much.
I don't have a captain's voice, so I want to introduce the special delegation that we have from Oman here today, and then particularly our special guest representative from the Ministry of Religious Affairs. But first of all, from the embassy in Washington is Salim Al-Kindi. And where's Hanana? All right, she had a call. Anyway, also Hanan Kindi, who is the information director for the embassy, is also here from Washington. And Michael Dickinson is here, who is from Munich, Germany. And it's a company that he works with that coordinates these exhibits all over the world. So he's got lots of frequent flyer miles and travels with and has been doing lots of projects with the government of Oman, and particularly in coordinating these exhibits. Our special guest is Dr. Mohammed Mamari. He's the science advisor to the Minister for Religious Affairs in the government in the Sultanate of Oman. So I want to turn it over to Dr. Mamari at this point.
Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. President Haas, Dr. Van Orsdel, Dr. Kindschi, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, faculty, staff, and students. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. It is my honor to be here in the United States to deliver Oman's message of religious tolerance and acceptance, especially here in Grand Rapids, which, thanks to the Reformed Church, has had an ongoing and beneficial relationship with Oman for more than a century. On behalf of the Ministry of Religious Affairs of the Sultanate of Oman, I would first like to express our appreciation for the support shown for this initiative by the Grand Valley State University and by the Kaufman Interfaith Institute. I understand that under President Haas, Grand Valley now has more than 25,000 students, first-rate faculty, state-of-the-art facilities, and is devoted to contributing to cultural understanding. The Kaufman Interfaith Institute commitment to facilitate mutual respect and greater interfaith understanding has taken Director Kindschi to Oman, where came to know us personally, and the Cambridge Interfaith Institute, where he collaborated with Professor David Ford, is promoting interreligious dialogue. I also want to commend Dr. Van Orsdel for the 2012 Award of Excellence in Academic Libraries, and thank you all very much for hosting this exhibition. There is nothing better than to spread messages of goodwill to all people. It is our strong belief that peace and stability only can be realized today in any society through dialogue and understanding. We sincerely believe that by working together, we can achieve the goals of mutual understanding, religious acceptance, and peaceful coexistence. Thank you very much for your attention. Please enjoy the exhibition. Thank you.
If you didn't get a chance to spend time with the exhibit, I encourage you to do that afterwards. Particularly notice off to the side, if you missed it, the artifacts. There are replicas of Qurans and science books from the golden age of Arabic science, and also a couple of interesting pieces, portions of the Quran carved onto whale bones. Do I have that right? What? Camel bones. Okay, okay, camel bones. Very good, thank you. And now we want to show a portion, excuse me, a portion of the video that you will all have access to that tells you a little bit about Oman and their commitment to religious tolerance.